Hi everyone. Welcome back to the Fat Lady Knits. To all my new viewers, welcome. My new subscribers, welcome. How you doing? What you been doing? I've been doing just about everything but knitting. Okay? But I got to say I am happy. Why am I happy? Um a couple things. Okay? One, I found this. I love this. I can only get it. Unfortunately, sorry about the glare. I can only get it at Trader Joe's. I have been haunting the internet for the last year trying to find a wholesaler so I can just buy it by the caseload because I really, really love this. Okay? Well, I swallowed all of it before I came on here. Um, why else am I happy? Let me tell you. Let me go to my phone first and find. I love recorded stories. I borrowed a story from the library by David Baldacci called Walk the Wire. And I was pleasantly surprised because two of my favorite characters showed up in the story, and that's Will Roby and Jessica Reel. Because for a while I have not seen a Will Roby or a Jessica Reel story, but for them to show up in this story, Walk the Wire, I was really, really pleased. So those two things made my week. Why else am I happy? One of the princesses has taught herself how to crochet. I'm supposed to be teaching her how to knit, but I guess she thinks I'm going at too slow a pace, so she went online and found videos teaching her how to crochet. And let me tell you, this child has turned into the most prolific crocheter. I'm beginning to wonder if she sleeps. Okay? She's made a hat for my dad. She made a cowl for someone. What else? Let me show you. She made a water bottle carrier. Okay. What else has she done? Oh, this I love that she did. I have to put my finger across it because her name is on her door. Let's see, how am I going to do that? She made, that didn't work, did it? Okay, lightly put my hand on the picture. Can you see that? She made a hanging garland with leaves and flowers for her door. Let's see if I should have another picture. Okay. This is with, let's see, can I show you that? With her door open. We can't film inside her room, but with her door open, there's the hanging garland. As you can see, she has little leaves and she has little flowers. Now, I did give her some fairy lights, the ones with batteries. Okay? I gave her some fairy lights to add to it, but she decided she didn't like the fairy lights there. You can't see into her room, but the fairy lights are around her mirror. Okay? But what else has she done? Oh yes, she's making a doll. Look at this. From scratch. How do I show this? She's making the doll out of clay. See, the head is up there. She's done the rest of the body. She's sewing a pair of jeans by hand for the doll, and she's crocheted the doll a sweater. And you see all that yarn back there? The princess is smart. What did she say to me? You're going to Costco? Can I go too? Anytime I hear that, I know they're coming because they want to buy something. But I thought it was buy something at Costco. She knows whenever I go to Costco, I go to Michael's because it's on the way. So I am a generous supporter now of Michael's yarn section. Okay? But it's awesome to see what she can do. And she does this thing in her head without a pattern. I've always wanted to do that. Well, her father's going to claim it's from his side of the family, right? Because I can't do it. No problem. I can't wait to see what else she does. But as I tell you, I don't know when this child sleeps because between school and the other things she has to do, when does she have time to do this? But she makes time. Okay, that's good. Um, what made me unhappy? Oh, let me tell you what. There was something this week that made me unhappy. You know what it was? I went to my favorite membership store. It starts with a C, and I bought these crumb cakes. If you go to that store, you need to bypass these unless you have a child who plays hockey in your house. If that child plays hockey, you can take one or two of these and put it in your bag. And should they ever lose the hockey puck, you can just drop this on the ice. They will play. They won't even notice it's not the regular hockey puck. Okay? This thing, as my people would say, it hard. It's not just hard, it hard. There's like this much cake and this much crumb, and it's hard. I should have known something was up because there are two left. I think it came with 6. And if there are 2 left, that means some folk took a bite of, and they tossed it. And I must say, I don't blame them. But that's that. But as I said, it'd make a good hockey puck. Remember these? I've been playing with these. Now, I do not find any difference between these and the Faber-Castell or the Castle pencils. They look the same. The only difference, the colors in these are slightly different. Like, there is no like true yellow. It's more like a chartreuse. I guess it's kind of hard to show. And then it has that sheen. Okay, like the ghost pencil. Ooh. Okay. But they're all right. But I'm sorry. Have I ever done an episode where something does not fall? I am the fall queen. If it's in my hand, it's headed for the ground. But these are all right, but they're nothing to write home about. Okay? But if someone gives them to you, please thank them prettily and use them. They're as good as anything else. Oh, that's the end of that. Now, what did I do? Blue and we're in a stage of detente. I'm not bothering her, so she's not bothering me. I did try something, though. Now, you know how you know things and you forget you know things? What did I do? I decided that I was going to try out, what do you call that? Oh my goodness. I forget. I will show you and you'll know. When I did what I did, working with 2 colors, this looks more like brioche. And I was like, listen, my family has already told me they like socks. They're interested in color. They're interested in stripes. They don't want socks with things they're not interested in that. They don't want socks with holes. I call it lacy socks. They tell me it's socks with holes and defeats the purpose of socks. Socks should not have holes. I'm not going to argue. But this looks, what do you call this? Oh my goodness, I've actually forgotten. Anyway, I'm looking at this and I'm so disappointed. I'm like, this looks like brioche. It's white and the color between. Ew, that's not what I wanted. I was weaving. I was trying to do woven knitting. What did I forget? When you do that, it shows on the wrong side. When you do it on a machine, probably if you do it by hand, you can put it on the right side. So it's boring on the knit side, but look at it on the purl side. Okay, that is cute. And you can even do a design. But I'm looking at this and going, oh my God, what kind of weaving knitting is this? You can't see the pattern. I was on the wrong side. So this one has possibilities, but again, it would be for me or for somebody else that I know. Because my family, they're not interested. They like stripes, they like color. Okay. Which reminds me, I mailed a pair of socks to someone 2 months ago. Yesterday he calls me up and he goes, "Did you mail me something?" I'm like, "What do you mean? What is something?" He said, "A pair of socks." I was like, "Yes, but I sent that to you 2 months ago. You just checked your mailbox?" Listen to him. "Oh, I check my mailbox all the time, but it's always full. So I just pile everything on the table, and when I get a chance, I go through a few things." I said, "Okay." And he's like, "But the socks are great." I'm like, "Okay." I'm not sure what else he wanted me to say, but okay. Now, let's leave blue alone. Sometimes when things are not going right with what you're doing, it's the universe's way of telling you take a break. Okay? So, blue is here. We can blow her some kisses, and hopefully, in the not too distant future, we will get her to do what I want her to do. Did I find the missing weights? Nope. Did I look everywhere? Yes. So they're right in front of me somewhere, but I just can't see them. What I did find though is these. These are socks filled with pennies that you can use as weights. So when you're working on a sock, you can put this down in the cylinder into the sock and it will help to pull the yarn down. Now this used to be one. And for the last year, I have not been able to find it. I searched this house and couldn't find it. You know why I couldn't find it? Because it was in my mother's house. One day I took my circular sock machine to her house to sit and do some work, and I must have forgotten this. And she just picked it up, put it down, and probably forgot about it. The next time she saw me, it wasn't even a thought in her head. So now that since she's gone and we're cleaning out her stuff, what do I find? I found it was one sock filled with all these pennies. I've turned it into two. They're more or less equal. So now I can put a weight down into the sock when I knit to help bring it down. But I can't. Do you know how much time I spent and what a mess I made in this house looking for these? Okay. So now they're here. I'm not going to lose them, right? Mm-hmm. Now, I'm jumping all over the place. You know what I meant to tell you? After I showed you the picture of what the princess did, I said to her, "Well, I want to make a garland too, because I have garland holder to put across the door of the window." Okay. And I asked her to get the same yarn that she used, and she gave me this. But this looks like a much lighter yarn than what she used. Okay? But someone said to me, "Oh no, it's the same." It looks different to me, but that's all right. I've got the yarn. I've got crochet hooks. And remember these? These are the little acrylic flowers that I have. So I'm going to make a garland and I'm going to put leaves and flowers on it. There's just one problem. Well, I think I can solve that. This is green and the majority of the flowers are yellow. Now, those were my mother's favorite colors. I had to make her socks in them, which I did, but I think it's the worst color combination in the world. Okay, but I see I have some pinks, lights, and dark, and I'll put it in there because I'm sorry, yellow and to me, yellow and green do not go together. If you threw in a blue, if you threw in a red, if you threw in an orange, you threw in a gray, I think then you would have a nice color combo. But just that yellow and that red, not yellow and red, just that yellow and that green together, not gonna work for me. And remember two things. Last time I talked about crochet hooks. Everything has a glaze. I guess tonight is haunt house. Here, look at this. Haunted crochet hooks. Could you imagine stepping in a house and seeing crochet hooks flashing? I would be out of there. There would never be a horror movie starring me. No way. Okay? But I have never noticed this. And I've been crocheting since I was how old? These are made by the same company. They're two different heights, they're the same color. And the hooks, they're the same size. The hooks are different. The princess says to me, well, is it a pointy hook or is it a flat hook with more space under it that you're using? And I'm like, what is this child talking about? It's a crochet hook. She looked at me like, okay. I had to look. They're different. I'm going to pretend that I knew that all along. Okay. It'll look bad at my age to not know that crochet hooks are slightly different. Which reminds me, she loves the prim crochet hooks, and I went to Michael's to get them for her. Sold out. I went online to see if there was a sale because sometimes they're on sale. No one had them on sale, and no one seemed to have them in stock. So I'm waiting, okay? And I'm going to get her the prim crochet hooks. Thank God she doesn't watch this. So it'll be a surprise to her. And I am sorry, I have been all over the place with this. My mind is still not yet organized, but hopefully I will get there. And I look and I see I had the picture, not picture, I had the fairy lights that I bought to go with the garland, and these are battery operated. I am not running up the electric bill for fairy lights. That's not happening. Okay, so it's time for me to go. I now understand why people do those 45 minutes or an hour and a half video because there's so much to cover, but I can't sit still that long. That's not going to happen. It's not. They would have to chain me or teach me how to edit, and that hasn't happened yet. I'm still working on lights, but it was good to spend some time with you. I'll catch you next time, okay? Bye.